when Peyton changed the game, calling plays at the line of scrimmage, was there pressure on other quarterbacks and offensive coordinators like, we have to do the same thing?
We tried to mimic it. Like, there was even a scenario, we played the Rams. So I feel like I'm responsible for the birth of Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Fitz magic, because so we're playing the Rams at home in Houston. My offensive coordinator decides, hey, we're going to let you go to the line of scrimmage and call your own plays. I'm like, fantastic. That's great. We're going to get in one formation. So we played fast. I mean, I didn't have a ton of them. I mean, Peyton has, I mean, it's endless, his catalog that he can get to. I had like 7 plays. All right. So we ran our 7 plays. We get up 21. We're up, like we're winning. And then we get to the halftime and the offensive coordinator comes in and he says, hey, that was great, but what we're going to do now is we're going to establish the run. So then he takes the play sheet from me. So now he goes into his, we're going to hang on to the ball. We're going to keep it away from, here comes the points, right? Ryan Fitzpatrick blasts his way all the way back. They end up beating us on the last play of the game because it got taken away. But it was so fun. It was so freeing. Like, as a quarterback, I loved having that ability and that freedom. And you end up taking an ownership. It's like if you're teaching someone something, like you just automatically, you learn it better yourself. And I think that's the fun part about that. And that's kind of what I miss, honestly, about the current quarterback state, is there's not a lot of those guys doing that anymore. There are some, and like, that's why I got so excited about Daniel Jones, because he's up there making checks, moving guys around. He has that ability. He has some. Dak was doing that the other day. They didn't win, but Dak's got full ownership of that. I was in Oxnard watching them practice. He's going to play better this year. See, he's going to catch the ball. Obviously, he might actually turn out to be a good receiver. But there's those types of players. I still think you have to be able to do that, because you look at Josh Allen, you look at, as great as Josh is, love Josh, at Lamar, at some point, like, why haven't they been able to get over the hump? It's because of that. It's because of that ownership at the line of scrimmage in those crucial situations. That's why Pat Mahomes is still the guy. Like, you can say what you want about him, maybe put him down the list 4 or 5, but when it comes down to it, his notes are meticulous. He's got a great play caller. They know the answers to the test. They know the problems that you're going to bring them, and they have answers for them. And I think that there's still that element that you have to have that component. Like, and Brady, if Brady was here, he'd be telling you, like, that's all that matters. I still think that there's a physicality about it. Like, you see, Lamar's back there running down John Hussey, where now the referee's in a full sprint trying to get away from him. Lamar ends up making 30 yards. There's the element of that you have to play quarterback in this league still, but you have to be able to win and diagnose problems from the pocket and solve them. That's
why when we get quarterback rankings, I say, well, that's regular season. Because if we have postseason rankings, the rankings are completely different. You have Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, right?
That's right. I couldn't agree more.
They're 1-2.
Exactly right. They're 1-2. And that's exactly for that reason that we laid out. And we're like, well, what's the difference? That is the difference, because you get guys like Steve Spagnuolo, you get these defensive coordinators that know your protection scheme better than you, honestly. And I've talked to some of these quarterbacks, and I love them. They'll go nameless. They don't know their protection schemes as well as some of these defensive coordinators that are facing them. They know how to bring the 4 week. That's the reason that Jared Goff is no longer in LA, because that 4 week pressure that they didn't have an answer for, they had to find a guy that could kind of cover that up. And it was Matt Stafford. So there's
but what is Stafford doing differently than Goff didn't recognize it?
Well, they didn't really ask him to. In some systems, and this is what happened to Miami the other day. So Tua's getting hit by these 4 week pressures, these extra safety defenders that they are unaccounted for. And so in those systems, you use tight formations, you use shifts, motions, the speed of Tyreek Hill and that little quick motion that everyone's calling illegal. Like, you use that stuff to kind of cover that stuff up. But when it comes down to it, those good coordinators are going to time it up right, where they know, like Vic Fangio knows. I was with him in Houston. He believes that he can guess the offense's play based on the personnel group and the down and distance. And he's right a lot of times. So they win the Super Bowl because those guys understand how to attack structure, how to attack quarterbacks. And it's just, you got to have that. You got to have that ability to pick that up. And what Stafford does, honestly, is he's just so good at defeating it, buying time. They used to tell us in the quarterback room. You bring that extra pressure, hey guys, buy time. Like, hey, hold on, I don't have time to buy. With what credit am I using to buy this time? I don't have it, man. I'm not that guy. But Stafford can just kind of make it physically, so he kind of covers up for a lot of that stuff.